Disclaimer alert, disclaimer alert.
Hey everybody, it's Dr. Jo and Lion Bear, and today I'm going to show you stretches and exercises for cervical tinnitus, or tinnitus. So let's get started. So with cervical tinnitus, or tinnitus, it can be pronounced both ways, but I like to say tinnitus. This is caused by tight muscles, but it's important to know that tinnitus can be caused by many things. It's actually a symptom, it's not a diagnosis. So yours might be caused by tight muscles, someone else's might be caused by listening to really loud music or listening with headphones for a long time. So there's a lot of different things that can cause tinnitus. So what's going on with you might be different with somebody else, but they're also getting the same thing. Also, it's commonly known as ringing in the ears, but a lot of people will also hear something like a buzzing or a whistling, maybe even a swooshing or a clicking sound. So it's really those sounds that are in your inner ear or in your brain, but other people can't hear. So that's kind of what tinnitus or tinnitus is. So with the ones that's the cervical tinnitus, that's those tight muscles. So stretching out those muscles really can help loosen everything up and then cause everything to relax and get that noise to stop. So one of the things that can cause it is tight jaw muscles or your TMJ area, muscles in the jaw area being really tight. So sometimes just a massage around the jaw area can help loosen things up. So just kind of here through these muscles, these big masseter, chop, chop, chewing muscles, just kind of put a little bit of pressure. You don't have to push really hard, but you can kind of push up into the jawline. You can do little circles going around one way, moving up and down, and really just trying to get these muscles around this area that are really close to those ears loosened up. So sometimes just 1 to 3 minutes, really getting those loosened up will help. So that's a nice way to start. Another great stretch is an upper trap stretch. The upper trap muscle comes all the way up into the cervical spine here. So if it's really tight, it can mess with the ear canal and cause that cervical tinnitus. So with the upper trap stretch, just sit on the hand of the side that you want to stretch. And I would recommend stretching both sides, even if you feel like it's just happening on one side. Then take your other hand and just bring it up and over so your fingers just touching your ear, and then just gently pull over to the side. So you should feel the stretch kind of going all the way up almost behind the ear and then down into the shoulder area. You can sit on your hand, you can put it back behind you, or you can just rest it down. But a lot of times if you hold it down, keep that shoulder down, you'll get a little bit better stretch. So hold that stretch for 30 seconds, then switch sides and stretch for 30 seconds on the other side and do that 3 times on each side. If you want to see some follow along videos where I'm doing the whole routine in real time, I have a lot of real time videos and you can check that link up there. So then the next one is just going to be a levator scapulae stretch. And so it's the same thing, that levator scapulae muscle, it is all the way down to the shoulder blade and all the way up into that neck or that cervical spine. So it goes up into here and can cause a lot of ruckus and the ringing or the buzzing noises up in there. So with the levator scap stretch, I like to just bring my elbow up. This is the way I learned it. I know maybe sometimes if you have some shoulder issues or neck issues, this is difficult to do. So you can still sit on it or put your hand behind your back, but I like to do it this way because that's the way I learned it. And that's just to keep, again, that shoulder blade down so you get a better stretch. So if you can't do that, that's okay. You can still do the stretch without it. Then take your hand and bring it up and over your head. So not to the side this time, but almost like a helmet. So you're bringing it up and over. You're going to turn your head about to a 45-degree angle, almost maybe like towards your opposite knee. And then you're going to pull down almost like you're just tucking that nose into your armpit. And you should feel that stretch all the way going up into that neck area and then all the way down to the top of the shoulder blade right there. And so same thing, holding it for 30 seconds and then doing that 3 times on each side. So the next stretch is going to be a scalenes or a sternocleidomastoid stretch. So the neck muscle is kind of in the front now. So the sternocleidomastoid actually comes to that bottom of the ear right there, that little bone that sticks out, that mastoid, and it comes all the way down to the sternum. And then your scalenes sit right in here. So a really easy way to stretch those is I like to just take my hand and kind of hold down my collar collarbone. Again, you don't have to do this, but I do feel like you get a better stretch with this. Then you're going to rotate your head and then look up. So I'm rotating away and then looking up, and I'm getting a nice stretch in there and getting a good stretch. If you don't quite feel a great stretch in there, you can also turn this way and look up, and you're still getting those stretch. I get a little bit better stretch if I turn away and look up, but you can do it this way as well and get that stretch. But again, holding that for 30 seconds, doing that 3 times on each side, just making sure that you're keeping each side even. So the next exercise is going to be chin tucks. Chin tucks is one of my favorites. You can do it for almost anything for the upper body, headaches, tight muscles, tinnitus, or tinnitus. Just really great to help improve your posture and everything. So it's one of my favorites to do. So chin tucks for me is tucking your chin in, not necessarily tucking your chin down, which you can do for other exercises. So try and keep your chin in kind of a neutral position. It's not coming down and back, it's not coming up and back, but you want your chin just to go straight back, almost like you're pushing your whole head back. Sometimes I like to tell people it makes it a little bit easier when you're first learning how to do it, is to hold your finger on your chin and leave your finger there as a target and then pull back, bringing your chin away. Hold it for about 3 to 5 seconds, relax. And then a lot of times there's a little bit of space in between, which just means you're resetting those muscles. I know I was kind of talking and moving my finger at the same time, but if your muscles are really tight, sometimes you'll see a big difference there. But chin tucks should never hurt. So if they're painful, don't really force it. I know I'm making really big movements, but that's because I do chin tucks all the time to keep my neck muscles strong and to improve my posture, because, you know, people like to slouch down a lot. So, you know, go at your own pace, even if you just have to start with a little bit. You know, don't force it. You don't want it to be painful, but loosening up all those muscles should really help with the noise in the ears. So there you have it. Those are stretches and exercises for cervical tinnitus or tinnitus. If you'd like to help support my channel, click on the link up there. And don't forget to subscribe. Where, Bear? Yeah, down there. And remember, be safe, have fun, and I hope you feel better soon.